Hey guys, we are on Abandoned Factory today, so let's go! Now first things first, we want to grab the ammo and head right, because there's two enemies right next door to us, and you want to shoot them with a shotgun because they're right next to each other. Try and get both of them at once if there's two of them, because usually there is. And you want to hit those guys with the Stakegun using quick covering. That way you don't get killed. And there's a guy over there that you can shoot from afar, which I recommend that you do so that you can get the Stakegun ammo. And next you want to deal with this guy, and there's another guy perched on top of a box, and you can shoot him or you can shoot the box and blow it up. But if you can shoot him, then it's better because you can save the box and all of its explosives for this bit. Now this is where the level gets really tricky. This is where the training wheels come off for this game, as there's going to be tons and tons of enemies coming up here, and you want to shoot them with the shotgun, and also you want to use the rocket launcher to deal with the large packs of them. And once you've done that, you can use the Chaingun to deal with enemies that are close up. So once you've done that, you can pull enemies back so that you can take advantage of these explosives here. This can be really useful, and you can use them to deal with packs of enemies, just like the rocket launcher, but you can save ammo, which you really want to do for this level. And yeah, you want to grab the freezer ammo, and yeah, this is just balls to the walls action from this point onwards, really. It's just non-stop shoot, shoot, shoot. That's basically what this level is. It's shoot first, ask questions later. But there are better ways to approach the shootouts in this level. So what you want to do is stake these guys at the top because it's easier than to shoot them with the shotgun. So yeah, once you took all the enemies out here, try, if you play on trauma like I am, try to get just above, or at least above 80 health, because this level is very long and it doesn't really have that much healing, that many healing orbs, so you want to be careful. But yeah, you want to freeze the two enemies that are coming towards you, and you want to stake those two guys and try and stake this guy at the top here. Basically, stake everyone in your view except the Maso Commando, and maybe the Sado Commander who's on the stairs, as well as the Sado Commando that's charging at you, because that Sado Commando is too close to be staked. So, well, you can still stake him, but I don't recommend it. Anyways, these guys are on the roof and they will start shooting you, so you want to shoot those guys before you go any further into this room. And yeah, it's a bit of a pain because of those railings, but yeah, you can just shoot them with the freezer and kill them very quickly. Now there's another guy over here, you want to stake him. It's not easy to see, but you can just about see him through that little like gap in the wall. And yeah, you want to get the armor, you want to get the Electrodriver ammo, and there's some more ammo at the top, so you want to grab the ammo up there as well. And once you've done that, you need to also get ready for a big fight, because there's a big fight coming up. This level is serious business. This is where Painkiller really starts to get challenging. Like, if you thought that train station was hard, this level takes that to a whole new level, pretty much. I mean, if you're playing on Nightmare, you probably won't find it too difficult, but if you're playing on Trauma, this is quite possibly the toughest level in the game, period. Like, it pretty much is the toughest level in the game if you're playing on Trauma, because there's just tons and tons of enemies with automatic weapons, and there isn't really that much room to cover, unlike train stations, so it's just all out, just shoot everything and pray. That's what this level is for the most part. So it's all about reflexes mainly, but there are a few things you can do in this level, and I'm going to show you what you can do. Now, I'm trying to wait for these containers to open because there's enemies that will come out of these containers, and you don't want to be in the wrong position when you're dealing with these guys, because they'll appear from behind and you don't want to be ambushed, so you want to come from a good position and start shooting them with a shotgun. And yeah, these guys are all waiting over here, so you want to deal with those guys first. Once you've dealt with those guys, more enemies will start coming up, and these guys are over here. I start shooting with the Stakegun, but I keep fucking up. But yeah, ideally you want to use the shotgun for the start, because as you can see, like when you're up close and personal, it's just a better weapon to use. And this is where you start to realise the importance of weapon switching in Painkiller. It really is important that you switch weapons on the fly and try different maneuvers, because you want to constantly experiment with different ways of killing killing enemies in this game, and you want to do that on the fly. Like, you really don't have much time to think in this game. It's just you shoot first, ask questions later. But you really want to be a quick thinker when you're playing this game, because quick thinking is the key to dominating Painkiller in some ways. Because, like, reflexes are also important as well, but quick thinking can be really handy, especially in this level. Because as you can see here, I'm taking advantage of the Sado Commando's jump. Now, it's a bit like the ninjas in the Snowy Bridge level, where they do this leaping attack. Sado Commandos will do the same thing, but they're kind of easier to stake because they're bigger, so you can just about position their landing to nail them with a stake. So you want to wait for them to land, and the moment they land you want to shoot a stake, but you want to calculate exactly where they're going to land. This way you're not going to get hit by them when you miss. And yeah, I want to stake this guy. Yeah, the Stakegun is really useful in this level, it really is. And you're kind of forced to use it in a way, because you really don't get much ammo at the start, so you really have to be careful with your ammunition, but you also need to fire like crazy because the enemies will be coming at you from every angle. So really, it's a very challenging yet satisfying level, is Factory, so it's one of my favourite levels in the game, and for good reason. The music is awesome, the gameplay is obviously awesome, but there's tons of enemies, so there's plenty to do in this level. It's a pretty awesome level. It really sums up what Painkiller is all about. It's all about balls to the walls shooting and kicking some serious ass. It's all about high octane action, pretty much. That's what this level is. So basically, if you reach this level in Painkiller and you still aren't enjoying Painkiller, you probably never will enjoy Painkiller, because this level pretty much sums up what Painkiller is all about. Of course it does get better from here on, but this is really the first real level in Painkiller if you think about it, because it's the first level where you get overwhelmed, which is what Painkiller is supposed to be about. So you can't really use like conventional strategies like I used in the previous levels. This level, it's just all about the reflexes, as you can see, so you just got to know how to approach things, and once you know that, it's all about the reflexes. So it requires a bit more than strategy does this level. You really need those reflexes, you really need to be able to aim and move effectively. Like what I'm doing here, these guys are a new variant of Sado Commando, kind of, like the ones with brown outfits on. Those guys, I don't know why, but it seems that they can survive a single stake at close range. I don't know for sure, but it seems that they are more heavily armoured. But another thing that I've noticed as well, and I'm not sure about this, but it seems that they use akimbo weapons. I don't know if the other Sado Commandos use akimbo weapons, but these guys definitely do, so that's just something to point out. But ultimately they're basically the same thing, just a bit stronger. Pretty much. But it's very hard to tell, considering the fact that you're constantly moving and shooting, so you really can't pay too much attention to these enemies. So really they're just a new variant of Sado Commandos, that's all I can really tell you. And also the Maso Commandos have kind of changed this time now. Well, there's still the same grenade launcher guys that you fought in the train station level, but there's also flamethrower guys that you have to watch out for, and these guys are really deadly because they can deal just about as much damage as the skeleton soldiers' bayonets, so you really want to watch out. Plus they have a longer range too, and they're just as difficult to deal with as they were in train station, as you probably want to use the freezer to kill most of them because there's just tons of them, and you really have to be accurate if you're going to use the Stakegun, because you really want to aim at their like either flamethrower or grenade launcher. You have to aim at either one of those. Yeah, they kind of look like mini Duke Nukem's to me. I don't know about anyone else, but that's what they kind of appear to look like to me, like Duke Nukem if he was a demon. But yeah, that's what I like to call them. I call them like demon dukes. But yeah, you want to grab all the ammo here, because the next part is going to be a massive shootout. And you're going to need a lot of rocket launcher ammo as well, because this next part doesn't pull its punches, and you have to do the same thing pretty much. You have to really go all out with this next bit, because otherwise it's going to kick your ass. This level is one of those levels that's just going to, like, it's just going to get tougher the further in you go, so you want to be very careful. Now, it's important to notice that I'm walking in between the two of those crates, because those crates explode, and you don't want to take the explosion damage, so you don't want to get too close to either one of them. Now, I did kind of go into one of them at one point, because, well, not in this video, but I remember, like, when I first played this level, I actually got killed because I walked too close to one of those crates. So yeah, you really want to be careful with those crates. But yeah, there's two guys camping on top of these like tanks, and you want to shoot them with the freezer to deal with them. You can also use the chaingun if you can't aim the freezer properly. Either way works. Yeah, you want to watch out for the gas grenades, and you want to get into a good position so you can blow these guys up, because there's large groups of them, and you can just blow them up easily with the rocket launcher. And that's what the rocket launcher's for, after all. It's all about blowing up skeleton soldiers. But it works with pretty much everything, pretty much. Like, as long as it's at long range and there's large groups, like, you can shoot single enemies, but it's just not worth it, really. It's all about dealing with large groups at long range. If you're dealing with single enemies, you're better off using the Stakegun, because, like, rocket launcher ammo isn't really particularly easy to come by, so yeah, and it can be deadly to use up close, whereas the Stakegun kind of isn't, as long as you can use it properly. Anyways, there are a few other enemies. There's this guy who is on the top of there, you want to watch out for him, and there's also a Maso Commando. Once you've dealt with them, then that's basically the end of this wave. But you want to enter this building for the next part, and you want to pull out the Electrodriver for this bit, because it's a close combat sort of deal. And you don't really want to use the shotgun, because there's just tons of enemies, and you need that stopping power, and these guys can stagger enemies very easily, and you can move straight onto the next enemy. There's no like wait time involved like with the shotgun. Because it has a high fire rate, it's really handy to use in this bit. And you could use the chaingun, but you don't really want to waste chaingun ammo on this. And this weapon can kind of kill enemies quicker if you can like time your shots than the chaingun does. Well, the chaingun can kill just as quickly in a way, but it basically deals more damage for your ammo costs, so yeah, that's something to keep in mind. You can also use the Electro if you want, but this would be a good place to use the Electro if you've got it, but I decided not to, because, well, I don't know, I just fancy just getting in and getting out so I could use the rocket launcher on them, because there's more waves coming, as you can see here. But yeah, you want to be very careful, because with all these skeleton soldiers around, there's also going to be Sado Commandos among them, and this is where it gets a bit tough, because it's very difficult to tell whether there's Sado Commandos among them, and you really want to be careful, because, like, these guys will shoot you, but the Sado Commandos will obviously deal a lot more damage with their shots, because they have automatic weapons, so they can deal a lot more damage over time. But yeah, if they get too close, you can use the chaingun, that's what it's for, and you basically want to use the rockets for the most part. And there's also a guy just stuck, and he's kind of stuck in the room where you got the secret. You really want to get that secret, by the way, because it gives you important health and ammo, which you don't want to miss out on. If you miss that secret, you're going to be really fucked in this level, so yeah. But yeah, he's stuck in this room. Thankfully, you do get a compass in this game, so you don't have to worry too much about enemies getting stuck. A lot of people complain about that with Painkiller, but it's not really the only game to do that. Like, a lot of people say the AI is stupid, and we've already proven that it's not. The AI is very smart. It's just that sometimes it likes to stick around in certain areas, and you have to follow the compass, and it leads you to it. So it's really not really a big issue. If anything, it's a nitpick a lot of people have. But yeah, you want to be careful, because when you enter this room, a lot of enemies will appear. and you want to get out of this room. Now, take note that there are a few ammo crates that I missed, and I'm going to go get them in a minute. So there's plenty of ammo to go around here. You really just have to shoot everything that you see with your best weapons, pretty much. Well, when I say best weapons, I don't mean use the chaingun all the time. Like, the best weapons that you... Like, the best weapon for the job. Like, if you're up close and personal, then use the shotgun. But if not, then you can use the Stakegun or the rocket launcher. But the best way to deal with Maso Commandos is the shotgun. The rocket launcher chaingun is not the best way of dealing with them because you actually have to aim. So, this is where the shotgun freezer really comes in handy, dealing with Maso Commandos, because it is the best weapon to deal with them. Now, Sado Commandos, you can use pretty much the rocket launcher, chaingun, or shotgun to deal with them, or you can use the Stakegun, or you can also use the Electrodriver. But I wouldn't recommend the Painkiller, since their automatic weapons will deal so much damage, like, immediately. Like, once they see you, they're going to shoot you, so it's a bit too slow to deal with them. But yeah, you want to watch out for their grenades, and I just shoot him with the Stakegun because fuck it. And there's another guy over there, just blew him up, and I got really lucky with that shot, to be honest. And there's more enemies down here. There's another Maso coming up. Well, after you deal with this Sado Commando here. There's also a guy who's just peeking through the window, trying to shoot me. So, just poking a few stakes at him. And yeah, the Maso should be down there soon, but we have to go down there first. Yeah, there's plenty of ammo to grab, so make sure you grab it all, because you really need ammo in this level. It's very important that you grab all the ammo, or at least as much ammo as possible. Now, you might not want to grab all the ammo in this level, but you want to grab as much ammo as you can, from, like, when you can. But yeah, well, let's put it this way, there is a certain ammo box which I don't recommend grabbing. But yeah, there's the Maso Commando there, I just blew him up. And I also got some health, which is also very important to grab. And the guy's on the barrel, so you can just kill him one shot if you want to, but be careful because he is right next to you, so... Yeah, you want to grab the Electrodriver ammo. There's tons of Electrodriver ammo in this level, to be honest, so you can really make use of the Electrodriver combo, but I kind of preferred to use the driver in this section, to be honest. I don't know, because you get a rocket launcher and a chaingun, so I know you can really utilize the Electrodriver combo in this level, and I could have done that, but like I wasn't really thinking hard enough. Now watch out, because there's a guy right here, and he's trying to catch you off guard, so you want to take him out. Yeah, those guys can take a single stake to the chest and survive, somehow. Apparently their body armor is stake proof, so you want to watch out for that. That's what I was talking about with those new variant of Sado Commandos. Now, I'm not sure about the Akimbo thing, to be honest, but I definitely know that they can take a single stake to the chest. Now, bear in mind that guy just took some shotgun shots to the face as well. And yeah, you want to basically stake these guys and just keep staking them, and eventually they're going to die. Yeah, the video's lagging for some reason, so if my commentary is a bit behind, then I apologise. But yeah, basically you want to shoot all the barrels in this room, because it's going to get chaotic in this room and you really don't want to blow yourself up, so be sure to collect all the ammo and blow up all the barrels. Yeah, I'm going to do this commentary in advance because this video is starting to lag. Windows Media Player really struggles at dealing with this sort of thing. It really does. Like, it's pretty terrible when it comes to playing videos. I don't know why, but it really is. And in case you don't get the gist, like, yes, I am doing post-commentary. I don't think this would be possible to do without post-commentary. Have you seen me play this game? Like, there's no way I could play and commentate over this. No way. But yeah, you want to be careful because these guys will all surround you when they spawn, and yeah, they can be pretty deadly, so be careful, and as you don't want to be bayoneted. But yeah, use the rocket launcher on these guys, and then eventually more of them will keep popping up, and eventually you'll have to deal with some not Sado Commandos, Maso Commandos, and they will mostly be using the flamethrower, so you want to deal with them with the freezer. So that's what you want to do with this room. Make sure that you just keep circling them and try and get to the middle, and then once you get to the middle you want to start circling them again. But yeah, that's basically the gist of this bit. Just more action, more chaos. Right, if you're a fan of Quake, then you're probably going to love this section because it is pretty much Quake 3. That's what this level is all about. It looks like something straight out of Quake, so, but with a more demonic tone to it, if that makes sense. So, pretty much that's what this level is all about. It's got that Quake feeling to it. But yeah, that's what this game's all about, really. It's very similar to Quake. But yeah, once you get in here, like, notice I'm moving these. This is for a secret that you can get later. Now, I don't get this secret, and for good reason. To get this secret requires you to take fall damage, and I really don't want to take fall damage in Trauma. Now, I did record getting the secret, but for some reason OBS decided that I wasn't going to show the recording, so unfortunately I won't be able to show you. But yeah, basically those doors open the moment that you take the next checkpoint. Those doors will open, but the door just before the checkpoint will close, so you want to be careful of that. And also these guys will appear, will start running at you, so you can shoot them with a Stakegun from a safe distance. But yeah, this is the checkpoint that I'm talking about. Once you activate this checkpoint, you won't be able to go backwards, so there's only really one way. Well, maybe you can, but let's put it this way, like, I don't think you can jump up there to get the secret, but basically what you have to do, this is how you get that secret. You basically go up here, and I'm going to just show you getting, like, just unlocking the secret. I'm not actually going to acquire the secret, but I'm just going to unlock it to show you. But basically you go up here, and you fall down there, and you go back to where you push the blocks. And you push the blocks to the left door, not the left door, the right door, and then you move to the left door from that point onwards, and then there is a secret where there's a gold armor and some ammo, which kind of isn't worth it because it costs like a ton of health to acquire that secret, and it's just not worth it unless you're using tarot cards. If you're using tarot cards, then that might be a good time to activate them, but just so they can get that gold armor. But otherwise, you're better off just ignoring that secret. For some reason they place a quad damage there. Why would you place a quad damage on top of something where there's no combat going on? It seems a bit of a waste to me. But yeah, this is the final area of the level, and there's going to be a ton of enemies, all kinds of different enemies in this section. There's going to be Maso Commandos, Sado Commandos, and Skeleton Soldiers, all charging at you, all wanting a piece of that freaking shotgun, because that's what they want, a bit of that shotgun to the face. Or rocket launcher, which kind of works. Yeah, they want the shotgun, but they're actually getting the rocket launcher. You can't always get what you want in this world, I'm afraid, guys. But yeah, that's basically the gist. It's just more of these, more rockets to shoot at them. Yeah, they think that you're going to just pull out the shotgun, but little did they know that you've had a rocket launcher, so you can just blow them up at once. It's like, this isn't World War II. You're dealing with a guy who has a rocket launcher and can move at extremely high speeds. Like, you're dealing with a badass here, guys, so you really don't want to fuck around. Like, you're not fighting with muskets or, like, well, they are, but I definitely am not. Like, this is serious business. We're dealing with rocket launchers and demonic shotguns, not little tiny muskets and, like, I don't know, MP40s. Like all the enemies in this, well, I don't know about the Maso Commandos, but the Skeleton Soldiers and the Sado Commandos, to me, they all seem to use World War II weaponry, like MP40s and, like, bayonets and that lot. I'm not sure what type of a rifle it is, but I know it's a bayonet, and I'm not sure if they are MP40s, but I assume that they are. But yeah, that's basically the end of the level. As for the story of this level, I really don't give a shit. It's just pure action. Like, Daniel Garner is angry and wants to kill everyone, so that's basically it. That's the story of this level. But yeah, I'm just showing where you get the secrets back in there. But yeah, that's the end of this level. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.